Little bit of a hybrid video today, an unboxing of HeroQuest, but also a comparison to the classic HeroQuest. This isn't anything original that you may not have seen somewhere else, but I just wanted to do this with the HeroQuest expansions and boxes, starting today with the HeroQuest Game System. I guess you could call it a master set or core box or whatever, but it's high adventure in a world of magic. First off, a box comparison, a longer rectangle for the old one, and a bigger, thicker rectangle for the new one. And the artwork, they tried to mimic the classic as much as they could with some modern updates, so looks okay. Obviously, I prefer this one. Then we've got the back of the box here. Enter the world of HeroQuest if you dare. So we've got, it's like no other game you've ever played. Not quite true. Maybe true for kids back then, but probably not. Look for more quests on www.heroquest. Nope. Quest packs. No internet for kids back then. This kid's like, Alright, we've got HeroQuest Game System over here, the Avalon Hill updated, and, less fanfare, enter the mythical world of HeroQuest. So, there's no advertisement for future quests in packs or the internet on this one. Contents of the classic one: 35 highly detailed figures, 21 doors, 15 pieces of furniture, parts, tile sheet, game board, character sheets, instruction booklet, quest book, evil sorcerer screen, 4 character cards, 66 cards, 8 dice. Contents of the new one is 31 monster miniatures, 4 hero miniatures, 15 furniture pieces, 10 skull pieces, 4 plastic rats, 21 dungeon doors, 93 game cards, 4 turn order cards, cardboard tiles, quest book, 4 character cards, game master screen, pad of character sheets, 6 white combat dice, 2 red dice, and a rule book. Fur not included. Inside the box cover are some instructions on the classic HeroQuest, and inside this one is just blank cardboard. I wonder how many times I will have to fight myself from saying HeroScape, and how many times I will actually call this HeroScape. But HeroQuest, which came first, is this video. A handy insert on the classic HeroQuest box has the armory, items you can buy, and things in between quests. The new one did not have that. I had to print off an internet version and keep it in the box. Inside the old one is an insert for advertisements for expanding your game with quest packs. There is no such advertisement for expanded fun in the Avalon Hill core box. Then we have the classic board, which is actually smaller than the updated Avalon Hill board. Here is the classic game screen. Here is the updated game screen. The old dice, wooden, and the new dice, plastic. The wooden dice have golden pips. The old character sheets versus the new character sheets, the new ones being slightly bigger. Both sets come with the classic 4 characters, which is the Barbarian. There's the new card compared to the old one. Some versions of the Avalon Hill game have alternate genders for the starting characters, such as the female Barbarian. There's also the Wizard. Again, alternate gender female Wizard. And some versions of the game have alternate artwork Wizard. There's the Dwarf. There's also the female Dwarf. Then there's the Elf. The female is the default elf in the Avalon Hill core box, but the male elf alternate does come in some versions. If you acquired the HasLab campaign version of HeroQuest core set, you'll have some alternate starting classes that came available in future quest packs, or may become available in future quest packs if they're not available yet, such as the Druid, the Warlock, the Knight, which I believe was just in my core box from an expansion, because the Knight is a reskin of this, the Commander of the Guardian Knights, which I do not have opened, because this thing is apparently extremely rare, but the Knight is just a reskin of this figure. And that previous picture was the commander of the Guardian Knights in his stat card. And there was also the Bard. There's also the quest book, which is semi-full color, more sepia tones and magentas in the old one. But it does have great little artwork like this. And it has the map layout with everything that the Game Master would need. Tips to design your own quests. And a little bestiary. I always like things like that. The updated quest book is full color. Again, they tried to mimic the classic as much as possible, but updating the art skill. Again, has everything the Game Master needs to set up the board with furniture and monsters and things as the heroes explore. A design your own quest page. And a bestiary. These lights are great, but I don't like how they reflect on everything I have on a flat surface so well. And again, if you have the HasLab version of the game, it came with extra quest books that became available as standalone quest packs later. The old and the new instruction rule booklet, or no rule booklet, just booklet, and the rule book for the HeroQuest game system. Both have an introduction from Mentor, the Guardian of Lore tome. The old one, not full color, just a lot of browns, oranges, and such. The new one is full color. Old stair cardboard tile on the left, new stair on the right. New stairs also has an alternate side. Old one does not. Blocked pathways, old on the left, new on the right. Some sides depict rock piles. Some sides depict skulls. There are pit traps. Secret doors. And then the newer one has some alternate sides to some of the tiles, which may or may not be for the expanded quests that came with the HasLab version, such as this long staircase, sewer grate, and this golden symbol and these thorny vines. I thought there was a double pit like this, but I can't find it, so it may just be part of an expansion, or I might have lost it. Not available in the old HeroQuest, but available in the Avalon Hill version, are the turn order cards. There are 4 of them in the core set. Both games come with 24 treasure cards. You can see here that the older cards are slightly smaller than the newer cards. Those treasure cards are Potion of Defense, Hazard, Gold, Jewels, Gem, and Potion of Healing. Extra shaky with the camera today. Heroic Brew, Wandering Monster, Potion of Strength. This guy looks like a young Bill Sniff from an Atari ad a long time ago. Specifically, that was the 1988 January-February magazine of Atari Explorer, page 17. Although the digital version said that was page 16. Not available in the old version, but available in the Avalon Hill version, are the equipment cards. It says there are 23. I have 33, so I must have some expansions mixed in. Again, this is also the HasLab version of the game, so there is more stuff in this box. The equipment cards I have in this box are Longsword, Plate Mail, Shield, Toolkit, Crossbow, Holy Water, Hand Axe, Potion of Speed, Helmet, Dagger, Chainmail, Short Sword, Wand, Potion of Battle, Venom Antidote, Potion of Restoration, Potion of Dexterity, Battle Axe, Rapier, Bracers, and last but not least, the Broadsword, which brings me to my next point about the lack of equipment cards in the Milton Bradley version. Like, here's the checklist, and it says no equipment cards, but I distinctly remember in The Greatest Thing About HeroQuest, or the other video from the other user, Sorry, Bardic Broadcasts, Why HeroQuest is So Great. That video, he cuts to the commercial of the British kids playing the game, and one of them says, "Broadsword," and lays down the broadsword card. I remember that, so I'm not sure why it's not here in this content.
Mastering the arts of combat.
I'll use my broadsword.
And magic.
Fire of Wrath.
I'm also pretty sure that's Christopher Lee narrating that commercial. To war! The Milton Bradley version comes with 10 artifacts. The Avalon Hill version comes with 14, but I have over 30 here, and it's definitely because it's the Avalon Hill HasLab version with the other quests in the box. So we'll go through and see which artifacts are in the game. Ring of Return, Elixir of Life, Wand of Magic, Spell Ring, Boren's Armor, Spirit Blade, Wizard's Cloak. I actually prefer the Milton Bradley artwork on this one. Orc's Bane, Wizard's Staff, Talisman of Lore, Rod of Telekinesis, Spell Scrolls depicting the various spells of the schools of magic in the game, Fortune's Longsword, Phantom Blade, Ring of Fortitude, Magical Throwing Dagger, Anti-Poison Quill, Armband of Healing, the Dust of Disappearance, Rabbit Boots, Crown of Shadows, Dragon Spear, Fire Ring, and a Magical Throwing Dagger, which I think I already had one. Milton Bradley calls them Chaos Spell, Avalon Hill calls them Dread Spells, but each box is supposed to come with 12. Again, I have more because I have the HasLab version, which I'm done saying by now because at this point in the video you know that. But this one, I actually got a bonus, I guess, in my copy because I have 13 cards. Sleep, Summon Orcs, Lightning Bolt, Command, Firestorm, Fear, Escape, Summon Undead, which somehow I had 2 copies of, and I don't have more Dread spells. I have the same amount. I don't know how I miscounted. Cloud of Chaos versus Cloud of Dread, Tempest, Rust, and Ball of Flame. 8 monster cards. Yeah, the new artwork is a lot cooler. This reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are. Now, because some of these creatures are copyright from Games Workshop or Warhammer or whatever, the new version doesn't have quite the exact same ones, but we have the Chaos Warrior, known as the Dread Warrior in the Avalon Hill version. Is that really... Did Games Workshop have copyright on Chaos, and that's why they had to change it all to Dread? That can't be. Although Games Workshop does like to do stuff like that. Then we've got the Famir, which I guess is the Abomination. That's such a... like, the water theme doesn't fit the dungeon to me, but whatever. We've got Orcs, Gargoyle, Mummy, Goblin, Skeleton, Zombie. There's the 12 spell cards that come in the game. From the School of Fire, we have Courage, Fire of Wrath, Ball of Flame. From the School of Water, we have Sleep, Veil of Mist. Went outside and tried to catch some fog yesterday. Missed. Water of Healing. From the School of Earth, we have Heal Body.
Oh, I've been struck by an arrow.
Pass Through Rock. And Rock Skin, with the Milton Bradley version looking like some kid that just got out of a bath. Rock Skin. From the School of Air, we have Tempest, Genie, Swift Wind. There are also Bard spells, Healing Song, Lullaby, Inspiring Tale. There are also Warlock spells, Fear, Dark Wings, Demon Form. The Knight also has some skills, Shield Block, Stalwart, and Knight's Challenge. The Druid has spells as well, Life Force, Shapeshift, Pixie. Both games come with 21 doors, 5 closed and 16 open. The Milton Bradley version uses a combination of cardboard and plastic. The Avalon Hill uses molded plastic. Both the Milton Bradley and Avalon Hill versions come with random detritus like candlesticks, rats, skulls, etc. The version from Milton Bradley that I have already has all that stuff plugged into the miniature, so I don't have any extra, so I don't know what's extra and what isn't, but you'll see them as I compare the furniture pieces. Both games come with 2 tables. Again, Milton Bradley uses a combination of plastic and cardboard to make their furniture. 1 throne, the Alchemist's Bench, 3 treasure chests, a tomb, Sorcerer's Table. The old one actually has writing in the book. Avalon Hill skimping on my fake pages. A rack. Torture rack, to be specific. 2 bookcases. Again, the classic has some variance in the bookcases. This just uses the same mold, which is a 3D version of that picture. Well, 2.5D, I guess. And here's some of those little skulls and rats, which come in this game, but as you can see with the tray, there's not really room to put that stuff on there and have it permanently be part of the miniature. A fireplace with King Jadabald. No, I don't know his name. A weapons rack. And a cupboard, or cupboard, or cupboard. However you want to pronounce it. Cupboard. And now we get to the fun stuff, comparing the miniatures. Again, the Milton Bradley stuff will be on the left, but here's the Barbarian, and then the Avalon Hill male and female versions of the sculpt. This might actually be better. No. The Dwarf, and both the male and female variant. The Elf, and both the male and female variant. The Wizard, and both the male, alternate art, and female versions. The Bard, Druid, and Warlock, and again, the Knight is from the expansion, so I don't have his miniature or any other references to him in this video as of now. And there was also an exclusive Sir Ragnar mini. He's an NPC from a quest. Then, one thing that I really loved is each of the monsters had a variance in their molds. Well, some of them were doubled up, but this is the orcs. There were 4 different molds, as well as 4 in the Avalon Hill version of the game. There were 8 total orcs in both boxes. There were 6 total goblins in the box, each with 3 variants to their mold. 3 Famir in the Milton Bradley version, which only had 1 sculpt. 3 Abomination in the Avalon Hill version, which also only had 1 sculpt. Exclusive to the Milton Bradley version are Chaos Knights, of which there are 4 with 1 sculpt each. Well, 1 sculpt encompassing all of them, not each. Chaos Warrior, not Chaos Knight. 4 Dread Warriors in the Avalon Hill version with 1 single sculpt. Ah, here's that bag of stuff I said I couldn't find. Exclusive to the Milton Bradley version is the Chaos Warlock, known as the Dread Sorcerer in the Avalon Hill version. Then there is the Gargoyle. 4 skeletons with a single sculpt mold. And if you look at prototype versions of the game HeroScape, there, I almost did the opposite and called it HeroQuest. If you look at prototypes of HeroScape, you can see that Craig Van Ness used these skeletons in promo images. As of today, there are actually no skeletons in the game of HeroScape proper. 2 zombies with a single sculpt each. 2 mummies. Some bonus alternate sculpts that came exclusive in the HasLab version of the HeroQuest relaunch was an orc, a goblin, abomination, not to be confused with abomination, dread warrior, the witch lord. Now this may be used for a quest, but I believe this is just an alternate gargoyle sculpt. This is an alternate dread sorcerer, and I believe it can be used to represent the Cassandria or something is her name in one of the quests. And then it also came with the dragon miniature, which was available in the Crypt of Perpetual Darkness quest book that came with this, but was later released as a standalone expansion. The Avalon Hill version of the game comes with vacuum-sealed packaging for easy transport and better storage. I think that was an improper use of vacuum-sealed. Well, that was a contents comparison for the HeroQuest Game System, both the Milton Bradley version and the 2021 Avalon Hill HasLab HeroQuest Core Set Edition, the Mythic tier. Now, I've got a lot more HeroQuest to do this with. Some of them I don't quite have comparisons to yet, like Wizards of Morcar. That's not available yet in the US through either the Milton Bradley version or the updated Avalon Hill version. But Milton Bradley doesn't have any Jungles of Delthrak, baby! And there are also things like standalone heroes and such. So there'll be more looks into HeroQuest in the future.